everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. I think we're on the Marine again. Couple of things to bring up here. First off, my intention, I know you're like, there's so many things left to do. Yes, one is beat the Lich as the Paradox. That's still on the list, don't get me wrong. But I'm feeling, I'm jazzed. I'm switched on. I'm ready to go. I'm in the zone where I feel like there's a few steps, you know. I can never just give you a simple sentence, right? It always slips into metaphor at some point. There's a point with any pursuit, I think, in your life where you learn how to learn. It's a very important step. When I first started programming, I didn't know how to learn. You know, my idea of programming in my head was you have to memorize every single bit of syntax for every situation that you might possibly end up using it. Eventually, you get enough experience. It doesn't take too long where you go, okay, I finally realized what I don't know. And the answer is not simply everything. And I now know how to get that information piecemeal as necessary. Yo, I need that key. I don't care. Go ahead and hit me. That's where I'm at with respect to the rat fight right now. A week ago, I didn't know what I didn't know about the rat fight. Now, I know what I need to do. And what I need to do, I really think I need to embrace this, like, learning is losing style that I got going on right now. Interesting. So no, not every run is going to be a successful rat fight. But on every run so far, we've learned a little bit more. Nice. About how to approach the rat, and how to approach the rat on runs in which we are not particularly strong, which I also think is extremely important. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. To be honest with you, with 3 keys, I'm kind of tempted to spend some. But I think actually I might go to the oubliette. I'm still, people are leaving me messages, comments, tweets, etc., and they're saying, you know what, the oubliette is worth going to. It's a huge advantage. I still don't fully conceptualize why, but I throw myself at the shoulder. Wait, that's not how I stand on the shoulders of giants when it comes to that. I'm willing to take your advice at face value, let's say. We'll see. I mean, this is one of the first times, one of the few times, let's say, that I've had the ability to actually, you know, have the keys to go to the oubliette without really extremely negatively impacting my first and subsequent floors, potentially, by not having any items whatsoever. We could probably even buy a key to open 2 chests on this floor. I don't love opening a blue chest, but I tried to roll into it. Thank God I missed. You gotta do what you gotta do is what I'm trying to say. So, will we open that? I'm undecided as of the present moment, but I'm leaning towards yes. Green chest will open. Ring of rat something. I have no idea. I'm going to guess, because it says represents kinship, I'm going to guess that it actually means we can leave stuff on the ground without the rat stealing it, which is very advantageous. To be able to leave ammo drops on the ground, in particular, and not just shoot a gun, and then immediately take the ammo drop, or take it for no effect otherwise. I don't know if it's extremely good might be a little bit of a stretch, but let's see. Gungeon Wiki, Ring of Resourceful Rat. Oh, if the resourceful rat takes an item or gun, he will give an item or gun of the same quality. You can do multiple trades on a single floor, but you get 1 kill. Or sorry, you get 1 trade per floor. I understand. Sorry, I got an Avengers brain. I've been mentioning it in every single video, but dude, I didn't get much sleep last night. We caught Endgame, and then we woke up super early for an appointment, so my brain is just a disaster. I'm hoping my cerebellum is going to do most of the driving today. I think what that means is that we can drop items in a room and then the rat will take them and replace them with something else, which is very interesting indeed. Here's the thing. I want to see a blue gun, and I actually think Witch Pistol is, from my limited experience so far, I think it's fine, and I definitely think it's what we would rather use for our first boss fight. That was a terrible position for me to put myself in, to be fair. And if we don't like Witch Pistol... Yeah, I rolled backwards. Should not be rolling so much. Just dodge, brother. It's okay. Don't sweat it too much. If we decide that we hate it, we can always just drop the pistol. And I'm thinking, like, this might be a good way to cycle through weapons that have run out of ammo or otherwise lost their usefulness. But I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself here. So having taken damage, sure, I mean, I definitely want to go to the oubliette for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is just that I don't feel like this floor made us particularly strong, but it definitely gave us an interesting item. And the last thing is, I wanted to bring up, I asked people, like, how do you feel about Lich runs? It's a little contentious. It seems like the #1 choice people have, dude. Is if your run is great or you're confident, go fight the Lich. People seem to like the Lich fight. They seem to dislike Bullet Heck, and I don't disagree with them on that one. I love the boss fights, not necessarily in love with the actual floor itself. So we took a passive here. I think the passive is garbage, so just give me a second. How do we trade? It always trades with the latest item that qualifies, the most recently dropped. It'll trade with the player even if he's dead. Drop an item and then leave the room for a few seconds. Okay, because this is like, it's immunity to fire and poison, right? Just poison? Honestly, that's like pretty terrible. I don't really care about this too, but it'll trade the most recently dropped item. Oh, that's how much is stored. Okay. So, let's see how this works. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. I heard the rat come in here. He's taking it. He replaced it with table text site. Interesting. Doesn't this let me leave a floor? I don't know if I would ever want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm learning a lot about the game as mentioned. I'll probably use this as my room clearer on the oubliette. But until then, I'm trying to find the secret room. If I don't find it, I will probably just blank on the shop. That's why they call me Kenny Blankenshop. Okay, methodology did not work out. Life goes on. So we're going to buy a key. In fact, let's buy a key. And then our secret exit room is over here. Okay, so we're going to try the oubliette. We can always use the ammo drop. Or alternatively, instead of using the ammo drop, we could just drop the witch pistol and trade guns. But yeah, let's give the oubliette a shot. So I'm undecided on the Lich. I'm willing to give it a shot on runs at which is most prudent. For now, singular focus is the rat fight. I really think, not necessarily that we're on the verge of doing it, but I think I now at least understand the journey. And I actually, you know, you gotta say thank you to the game for actually giving me some runs that were not overpowered. Because previously, you know, our first couple of fights against the rat were actually really easy. Because the game had set me up so nicely. So now that we're, you know, maybe having some more runs that are representative of the way the game actually goes. Oh, it's slow-mo, okay. Slow-mo and double shots, dude, that's not necessarily terrible. Especially for strong enemies. So we know that that's armor. I just don't like it. Life goes on. Yo, dude. It is annoying, though. It's okay. Just don't... Sometimes I'm guilty. I let my, my confidence falter. Thank you. A little bit in the oubliette. I don't think the oubliette is actually that much harder than, like, floor 3 or 4. I do think it's slightly more difficult. Mostly because this guy can spawn. There is also a bonus floor that we haven't gone to in the revisit. But I did do, for sure, in the original run. Keep in mind that was like 4 times the number of episodes I've recorded for this one so far. And that's when you take this guy's armor, you deliver it to the crypt on floor 2. You get the chance to go to the, to fight the super old king, or maybe his name is just the old king. Let me try to flip some more tables. The guy's tough, but I have beaten him. Maybe. I mean, if we leave with armor, and we get to preserve that armor to the point where we can actually throw... Oh my god. To the point where we can actually throw it on the altar? Who knows? But, I don't... You know, the oubliette, I've been told and explained to that it's well worth doing. The Old King, I think, is one of those bosses that you beat for, like, bragging rights. Dude, I'm loving the Witch Pistol. As cutesy as it would be to trade it, I kind of think of it like the Devolver, but maybe better for room clearing early and worse later, because, you know, it's still going to take a lot of hits to get the enemies to go over. Thank God this isn't about to break, so will I buy a key to take advantage of that? I would really like to. Anyway, I see it like the Devolver in the sense that, you know, one crit could knock out a really, really annoying enemy. I want to open the chest. Sorry, I got like 2 different threads of conversation running here. I want to open the gold chest, obviously, but I also am slightly concerned about the money we would need for the rat key. So I would prefer to... I mean, the other chest is green, so I would really like to open both of them. But I also need to be able to afford the rat key just in general. So I think in order to make this floor worthwhile, we probably do need to purchase the key. Probably should have purchased it on the last floor, but I was also hedging my bets and hoping that maybe we would just get a bunch of key drops for free. But I always, you know, gotta remember, I guess, there's really no such thing as too many keys in a Gungeon run, right? I mean, there's... The number of times we feel so comfortable in our amount of keys that we're like, oh, we're gonna finish this run with like 6 in the bank. That never happens. Well, the 1 or 2 times we've beaten the rat, it's happened, but you know, that's usually after your run has already been solved. You know, who cares if you have 6 keys left after you've beaten, you know, the toughest boss you're gonna fight on a specific run, you know what I mean? So I don't like being here. Yep, I was looking in the other direction when I ran the intersection. It's okay. Okay, I mean, it's a relatively simple calculus. Buy this, we got 56. Does put us in a touchy spot. Open this, hope it's a gun. It's a gun. That's also a shovel. It's a Shovel Knight's gun. Now, don't be afraid at all to use blanks here. That's a lot of damage. I'm having a great time with this. If I'm unable to go to the Rat King's fight, I will cry myself to sleep. Is he still awake right now? No, he doesn't exist, right? Yeah. Stop wasting your shots. So again, I'm pretty sure when you flawless this guy, which we're actually about to do, you don't get HP, which is a devastating annoyance. You know what? Just get out of my face. But well, you don't get an HP container. We might get hearts. Let's see. No HP container. It's okay. Don't you dare. Orbital bullets. That seems a little spotty. Missed shots, orbit. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's great. Okay, so grab this, and then don't leave yet. We got other unfinished business. You had a half heart for me. I appreciate that. We do have... Nah, it wouldn't be there. The chance to find a secret room. Could be here. And then, I mean, it could be just about anywhere at this point. I'm gonna hope it's in here. I don't know if maybe we can use our orbital bullets to have a better chance. Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's not in there then. I don't know, man. I'll always default to at least just trying this room. Life goes on. So we'll shoot the chest. I really don't think I can afford to buy another key. Then, I don't know what happens if you swap junk, but I'll tell you, I'm going to swap tabletop or table tech site. I don't respect the table tech items that much. What do you got for me, rat? Table tech rage? So I think we just do more damage now when we get hit. Or when we flip a table, which is okay, but it's definitely not necessarily what I'm looking for. But was that floor good? Yeah, I think now we have a gun that we can be relatively confident we could probably flawless with. So we don't need many casings. We only need 30 casings. And I feel like I'm starting to a greater extent, understand the oubliette's value. I don't know how y'all have the confidence required to get... Right, very, very dumb right there, but... I don't know how y'all have the confidence to go to the oubliette and also, you know, buy keys to go to the oubliette and still feel confident enough that you're going to be able to go to the rat later, but I'm hoping that that kind of assurance just comes in time. I'll level with you. No excuses to be made, but this is not my strongest performance gameplay-wise. That key is going to be very helpful. So remember, we could store keys, because we do need one to go to the rat floor. On top of the rat key. The rat key is not an issue anymore. I'm looking at it and I see, you know, casing-wise, we're pretty much set. Yeah, whatever. I was just going to say, if I turn you into a chicken, it doesn't really matter if you got any bonus HP. Still alive, huh? I know I'm getting some frame dips in these games today. Starting to wonder / worry. Maybe my my hard drive is having some concerns. Life goes on. We'll figure it out. 115. Dude, this is a dang old secret room right there. You can tell from the elongated bottom. Large bottom rooms you likely indicate a secret room. Doom, 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 da, doom. Great song. I wrote that. That's an original. May have heard it on the radio in the early 1980s, late 1970s. I mean, even now, I suppose. It's really enduring. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. Usually I find if I can get my brain... I'm ready to fight here. If I can get my brain to focus... amazing. On talking, then the subconscious handles the playing part. I'm embarrassed by the fact that we immediately got hit. I guess we shouldn't. Well, you know what? That's fine. Knowing that we got hit again, I'm not so cheesed. Because it's not like if we had just blanked immediately, we would have been fine. We did not get a flawless with one blank remaining, which is It hurts. Wait, what the heck? Where did the junk come from? 2 keys is beautiful. Trank gun. We didn't really use this last time. We did get it. So remember, you can change 1 item per floor. Just trying to, like, oh my Lanta, dude. Table Tech Rage is probably my #1 choice right now to change yet again. The Table Tech items, here's my philosophy, okay? And the philosophy is basically stolen from Austin. Or, you know, it's not really stealing in the sense of, you know, wisdom. It's shared. But flipping tables, yes, it blocks shots. And in some situations may actually be highly relevant. But it also blocks your own shots. They break, not necessarily unreliably, but you're unlikely to pay attention to when they're going to break, which can cause you to get hit unexpectedly. And then on top of that, much like dodge rolling, is a powerful evasive maneuver, or defensive maneuver, but can lead you to being unable to do it again for a mere moment, you know? So like when you dodge roll, you're vulnerable for a second, and probably like literally substantially less than a second, but still, you're vulnerable for a bit at the moment your dodge roll animation's completed. So if you can sidestep a bullet with like a 99% confidence, it's probably better than doing a dodge roll. And there's a lot of factors involved there, like, you know, are you actually at 99% confidence, or are you just an overconfident person? I feel like I've been a lot overconfident, but some of my dodges have been impressive. Good chicken. I got him, dude. I can't get him. I got scared, and that was probably very wise. I will open, for sure. Flame hand. You know, I think I can get down with it. I would much rather get rid of my table tech item to hopefully get something that's more advantageous. Just, again, you heard my reasoning on the table tech. I know it's like emblematic of the game, and so is the dodge roll, but 4 keys still. I mean, I'm gonna open it obviously now. It's a Guan stone. When it gets hit, it gives us slow-mo, I think. Sorry, I lost that armor ages ago. So right now, just straight up gonna drop Table Tech Rage. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Yo, so Lichy trigger finger is just a fire rate up. I think that's about where the chain of those items can stop. It's a really cool item. Not the trigger finger necessarily, but specifically like, let's go. Like the rat trading. It's real neat. So, why not take an extra key? Are we gonna gun munch? I feel like we could probably gun munch trank gun and I don't know what it does. Let's be honest, but it doesn't seem that high quality. Not as powerful as a roll. I think we can gun munch, and it's a bit of a risk, but trank gun and flame hands, which is probably not the greatest idea. I literally for a second there I went, dude, flame hand's a mimic. Oh, dude, the Vorpal gun. Dare I say, we kind of lucked out on that one. So this next floor is of paramount importance. 4 keys is lovely. We can get as strong as possible before the rat floor. We definitely want to try to flawless the boss. Because yep, that was real bad. Super early on the roll. I'll level with you. There's a little bit of like a dead man walking sort of feel. If we go down to the boss, realistically, if we make it to the rat, we will have full HP because you get decent chunk of HP when you complete the rat floor. But, yo, that's real bad. Is 3 HP enough to you know, make it work? Almost certainly not. Yo, it's not empty. It's not empty. It's just scary. All right. So just keep in mind as well, you don't want to use your blanks. Ever? Brother, you walked into it. Yeah, like I said, not necessarily my finest performance here. At least now, if you see a 26-minute long video, it's a little bit... You're torn, right? Does he die to the rat, or does he die just early by being bad? We're in... I wouldn't call it a slump. Dying to a boss that's new and hard, not a slump. Dying before we get to that boss, oh, that's Nutty Professor 2. That's a clump slump. Don't be a mimic, please. Oh, you done me a great service. So here's the thing. Go ahead. Take that item. Still... Drill. What does this do? Drill Gungeon Wiki. It has a 5%... Wait, no. Effects. If used on a locked chest, teleports the player to a large version of the chest room where they must survive 1 to 5 waves of enemies. How about no? It doesn't sound bad. Most of the time, given the choice, you would probably prefer to use the drill than use a key. Well, prefer is a strong word, maybe. You would consider using the drill over a key, because you'd rather fight enemies than use one of your precious resources, maybe. At least it gives you the choice to open a chest that would otherwise be inaccessible, is really what I mean. We got super lucky to not get hit there. However, in our current situation, I would say we're key rich. Oh, so lucky. Being key rich rules pretty hard. It's a free item as well once we get this room done, or this floor done. So I think just keep your ammo, because I don't think we stand a chance to run out of, you know, Shovel Knight ammo before the boss, or before the rat, rather. But I'd still think it's more advantageous, although might be a little presumptuous in that assumption. Please just turn him into a chicken, dude. Just turn him into a chicken, my man. I know that there's the shaman. I definitely should have gone for him first. When I said I know that there's the shaman, what I meant to say is I didn't know the shaman was there until I looked, okay? Does that make you feel any better about it? We don't need money for anything, so it might be worth it to just buy monster blood. You know, one of my favorite expressions, and Mouth brought it to my attention, though he did not invent it, is, you know, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is right now. It's applicable to so many different avenues of life, okay? It would have been way better if we played well enough on this run early that we didn't take damage, we had more HP. However, we didn't. So in normal circumstances, is it going to be that useful for us to get monster blood? Is it going to be advantageous for us to be purchasing HP when it's probably going to be over heals? Oh, this is our rat room, by the way. I would say, I hope not. I was convinced that was exactly what was going to happen. Like, I don't... You might as well just shoot these so at least we know when they're coming in. We know the rat was on here as well. Dude, the bullets illuminated for me where to go here. Much appreciated. So we're actually, like, the rat floor is unlocked now. We can get there, we got 2 blanks. Oh, I hate this. He's done it. Worth? I hope so. Where am I going with this? Well, you know, we could, and I've fallen victim to this in Isaac, you know? If you use high-level strats in Isaac, you gotta have high-level plays. Dude, it's... I mean, that was on us, now that I think about it. If you use high-level strats, you gotta have high-level plays. Get out of here, chicken. That was so close. So our, you know... best laid plans of mice and men, it doesn't really matter if your strategy's incredible. If you don't have, like, the literal capability to pull it off. We have to buy it. Otherwise, we're dead, dude. Keep in mind, we gotta survive the rat floor as well. So the Vorpal gun, I know we have Sunlight Javelin too, but the Vorpal gun is what I'm looking to right now as probably my room clearer on the next floor. Oiled cylinder, you know what? It says reload faster, I believe it. Excuse me, there's a key back here. Now, it's very, 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 very important. Does this count, by the way? Full floor done? Yes. What do you have for me? T-shirt cannon. I don't think it's horrible, but it's not what we're looking for immediately. We cannot use blanks on this guy. So you gotta be pretty aware of what's going on here. I'm unconcerned. No, I'm concerned. Time is slow. You'll forgive me, by the way. I should probably consider the Sunlight Javelin as a potential boss killer, but let's not worry about that just yet. I feel like we're lucky to be alive, so ain't it good to be alive? Feel the sun. You guys know that song? That might be a Canadian one now that I think about it. Okay, we're headed down to the next floor. Vorpal gun. Up, up, right, up. Whoo. You know, you learn a little bit on runs where you're super overpowered. On runs where you play like trash, I think that's where you learn the most. You know, you learn the most when the struggle is at its highest. So there's no braggadocio whatsoever. I recognize I'm pretty lucky to have gotten to this point. I will be perhaps modestly lucky to make it to the rat fight to begin with. You know, we might as well use our best gun. And let's give the Sunlight Javelin a chance at least. We might as well use our best gun here because we get ammo drops anyway. Up, upright. So this is up, upright. Starting with an up, because that's the first direction to go to. The fact that it takes 3 Sunlight Javelins feels a little bit underpowered. So I'm straight up. I'm pulling out the Shovel Knight guy. No. Up. We've actually been pretty good at not screwing the maze up. Excuse me. There's a bomb? Once we figured the maze out. Bomb. Use for boom. Battle mode. I don't know about this one, dude. I don't know. We press space so we get more bombs? I mean, it's a nice little orbital suite, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. We might as well call in an ammo drop for right now. If we're going to do this. And it does seem very interesting, at least. Let's try the space bar out. So it's up, up, right. Now it's up, right, up. And it's really just up, right. Great start. Oh, so it's just passive orbitals. Dude, that's an incredibly strong synergy. You don't get too many of those in this game. Oftentimes when you get them... Hello? You're done. Oftentimes when you get them, it's like a guan stone that's a millimeter across in diameter. I don't know if they explode in my face if they get hit. That would be very bad. Extremely counterintuitive. Well, this should be it, right? Up. So I'll tell you, I do expect to be killed. I mean, we're not missing ammo for, I guess we're missing a little ammo. I do expect to be killed. I think to make it through the first phase would be an accomplishment of sorts. Definitely. Remember, you stand in between the lines. That's fine, honestly. I'm so worried it's going to speed up immediately. Do not fear standing between the lines. No orbital necessary here. Yet. That was a very good fight. Okay, we got 3 orbitals. Sorry, 3 blanks remaining for phase 2. Big ups to the Shovel Knight gun for carrying us extremely. And also the time slowing in the orbital, quite helpful as well. We gotta get in a circle. And roll. Even if we can't think... You know what? With time being slow, that was probably a bit of a waste, but... Probably unnecessary. Oh, that's a bad one. You're not getting in here, let's be honest. Probably use the bomb to blow up shots. Oh, crap, dude. I think we just gotta blank this one away. Blank the shots away. Yeah. Okay, good luck. I really thought we had a chance down here. It's fair. Next gun. I mean... Yeah, I saw it coming. I'm telling you, a little bit more HP, we make that work. For now, hey, thanks for watching. I had a good time on the run regardless. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We'll be back. I'm telling you, we're going to grind this out. We're going to get there. Thanks for your support so far, and I'll see you next time. See ya.